Hey guys, Carrie here. I wanted to do a quick introduction on the video you're about to watch on ASMR. I do jump right into it. Bear with me a little. This is my first vlog and I think I'll get more comfortable. It is a little long, but have fun and I will see you next time. Have you noticed those weird videos on YouTube with people close up and personal whispering? Maybe dressed like a doctor pretending to give exams? Have you seen the ones with just lips smacking? Or perhaps someone pretending to put makeup on you, the viewer. Some pretty weird stuff is out there nowadays, so why give it a second thought? Well, actually, it's pretty cool if you have it, and alternatively completely weird if you don't. What is it? Why do people watch these strange whispering videos? It's called ASMR. It is Autonomous Sensory Meridian Response, or a brain orgasm, if you will. Okay, I know that sounds nuts, but just bear with me. So Wikipedia describes ASMR as a static-like tingling sensation on the skin, typically beginning on the scalp and moving down the back of the neck and spine. It was also described on Wikipedia as low-grade euphoria and just all-around positive feelings. So it can be triggered, that's the word that they use for it, by many things, including acoustically, sound, visually, with digital media like watching a video, or by altruistic touch, and it can even be self-triggered. The most common triggers for ASMR are a soft voice, which is why you hear the whispering videos all the time, quiet, close, repetitive sounds, watching someone do a mundane task such as cleaning, preparing food, putting on their own makeup even, and receiving altruistic, tender, personal attention, either in real life or by watching it on digital media. So why do people use, enjoy, and benefit from ASMR? The top reasons that people go searching for these videos is for relaxation, stress reduction, anti-anxiety, and sleep. I actually use ASMR all the time to relax and to de-stress. Like if I'm feeling super overwhelmed or something for some reason, if I go to an ASMR video and get some tingles, then it's like I can instantly relax and then get back onto the task that I need to take care of. I also do it sometimes just for the tingles, just solely because I like the tingles and it's fun. So ASMR hasn't been coined for very long. If you've never heard of it, you've probably at least seen a video or two, but if you've never heard of it, it makes sense. So first time it was ever talked about was around 2007 in chat rooms, and not until 2010, a woman named Jennifer Allen, no relation to me, finally decided on a name. The names that were being used to describe these feelings prior to that, they were very descriptive feelings. Attention-induced observant euphoria, brain tingle, head tingle, spine tingle. I mean, they were very clear, just to name a few. I do have a favorite out of the ones that they used to use before the term was coined. My favorite is attention-induced head orgasm. Yeah, I know, I like that one, but that's me. So Alan finally decided on Autonomous Sensory Meridian Response, assuming that the meridian word stood for orgasm. Now, I could not make this up. I looked up the word meridian. So, in Alan's understanding, meridian signifies a peak or a climax or a point of the highest development. And so when I did a little digging on the etymology of the word, I found that it was basically an old literary usage of the word meridian. And the closest thing that I could find, it said it meant, the meaning was the period of greatest splendor. Okay, so I will accept meridian as orgasm. I hope that you will too. All right, have I lost you yet? Do you feel weird? Don't worry. I totally did too the first few times I stumbled on these videos. Like, I thought, what am I watching here? Oh my God. Okay, so now with all this talk about the orgasms and soft voices, and it's generally women like trying to be sexy, it seems like in these videos, you would think that this is sexual, but inherently it is totally not even a little bit. In fact, that's why they chose to name it without using the word orgasm. They wanted to bring people as far away from that sexual side of things as they could. Other evidence that actually points to it not being regarded as sexual feelings comes from a professor at Ohio State. You can check it out on the Wikipedia page. He believes that primates, yep, good old monkeys and chimps, are experiencing a strong similarity to the physical grooming in primates, who derive enormous pleasure bordering on euphoria when being groomed by a grooming partner. Not to get clean, but to bond with each other. So basically, monkeys are ASMRing each other because it feels good and it feels nice to be loved by someone else. In conclusion, everything can become sexual, and oftentimes it does. But this was never the original intent in ASMR. Okay, so again, since this has not really been talked about until recently, not a lot is known about it. But what they do know is either you've got it or you don't got it. There's not really an in-between. They're also starting to do studies on how it can help with the overall healing processes, particularly in post-traumatic stress disorder, or PTSD. This is considering that it is oftentimes triggered by the activities that are in health professions. For example, going to a doctor visit where they're giving you just full altruistic, again, attention, taking your name, your information, your vitals, things like that. So I know that I have had this thing my whole life. I remember having the all over body tingles when I was just a little kid. Yeah, all over. I'm lucky. It's not just in the head for me. Like, I can get it down my legs and my arms and my skin. It's so great. So I remember as a kid getting it when I was getting my hair washed and cut. That was a big thing for me, like just getting my hair brushed. And like the sound of the brush going through my hair always would, and like even right now thinking about it, I've got the tingles a little. Or having a friend do my makeup, or even going to the doctor. Like, I remember sitting in the doctor's room and the nurse coming over and being like, "Hey honey, can I get your information?" And like, bam, tingles. And I didn't know what it was at the time. I didn't think that it was wrong or anything as a kid. I just knew that it felt really nice and I liked that attention that I was getting. So maybe you have it a little. Maybe you're thinking back to a time right now that you remember getting the tingles. It has also been described as like a fizzy water or soda being just underneath the skin in the most pleasant way possible. Don't think of it as a bad feeling even in the slightest, because it's totally not. Also been described as like electricity, like mild static, like almost getting, I wouldn't say continually shocked because that sounds bad. It's not bad at all. But some people describe it like that too. Like static flowing all the way through your body. So does this sound like something that you've experienced, or you want to try it out and see if you have ASMR? Okay, so we're going to take a few minutes and we're going to do a little test. Bear with me, make fun of me, that's fine. Okay, so right now you'll want to put your headphones on, and if you haven't got them on already, go ahead, I'll wait. Alright, so the remainder of this video is either, this is a warning, it's either going to completely annoy you, make you feel super weird, or give you some pretty excellent tingles. And honestly, I'm hoping for the latter for you guys, because although it will be enjoyable if it's weird anyway. So, side note, I am not going to eat anything in this example. That lip smacking stuff that people do, it grosses me out. And I think it's just an issue with, like, I don't like to hear people eat. And I know some people do. So if that sounds like something that might be something that would trigger you that you kind of like, and if you notice when you do, because it's going to happen, when you do hear my lip smacking a little, if that's something that does trigger for you, go search a video up. I'm just not going to do it. Below in the written out dialogue is the list of all the things that I'm doing, but I'm just going to go ahead and start right now and get it going on. All right. So the first is I am now going to go from normal speaking to whispering. So you might want to turn up, and I have my microphone right here, as you can see. Hello. If you want to turn up your microphone sound so that you can really hear what's happening. The first thing that we're going to start with, the altruistic intention. I'm gonna really try to focus on that the whole time that I'm talking to you, and I'm gonna really try to maintain eye contact really good. This is one of the triggers that really actually does help for people. People feel like just getting that special close-up attention is really a really nice thing. Okay, so first off, last night when I was working on this, I had an oatmeal cream pie. No, they are not good for me. Yes, they are super delicious. So here is my wrapper from my oatmeal cream pie. Now lots of people really love the sound of this crinkling. enjoy that myself a little, except when I'm in a movie theater. Okay, I'm not going to do any of them very long because I want to make sure that we get through everything. So I feel like the video is kind of long anyway. The next thing are scissors. I mentioned that I really liked getting my hair cut and brushed, and a lot of people just like the sound. So okay, so I'm going to add in a little bit of a visual to this auditory trigger, and I'm going to go ahead and I've noticed that there's a little stray bang up here on you, so if you don't mind, okay, I'm just going to real quick. Perfect. That was good. Okay. Nice. Oh, yeah. See, that's better. Okay, so much better. Alright. The next thing I'm going to do is I've got a little espresso glass here. It's filled with Skittles, because I'm going to be using the Skittles here in a minute. First, I'm just going to tap lightly on the glass here. Going to get the cup back and I'm gonna swirl them together. I really like the sound of this one. Alright, and next I have the Skittles that are in here. The next thing we're going to do is some page turning and pencil writing and some more of that altruistic attention. So far we've gone through a few things. And you've done a really great job to this point. Now, do you think that you've had any really good ASMR reactions yet? You have? Okay, that's great. And what's your favorite one that we've done so far? Oh, good. I like that too. Awesome. No, I totally understand. Alright, great. So, we're gonna finish up with a couple of visual ones that are more just real focus and some attention things. So now what I'm gonna have you do real quick is I want you to focus on the tip of my finger. I'm just gonna move it around. We're gonna see how your eyes and things are working today. Okay, so go ahead and give it a nice focus. Perfect. great. Okay, so I'm just gonna move it about. Nice. Oh, very good. That was a really good job. Okay, so what I'm gonna do for our final thing, again on the visuals, some people really just enjoy seeing like hand movements. So for the very last trigger, I brought my little makeup brush. It's a really soft one. I really like it. It's by Unique, so it's kind of expensive. It feels really good on my skin. So I'm gonna do this two ways. The first way is I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna brush my face, and then after I give it a little bit, I'll let you have some too. Okay, I bet you're jealous now, so we'll do you a little. That's okay. Okay, good. Okay. Nice. See, doesn't that feel good? On your nose. Oh, I get your nose. Okay, guys. That was it. At this part of the video, I'm going to speak normal again. So there's your warning to change the volume or take your headphones off. Alright guys, so there are hundreds of other triggers. It can be anything, literally anything at all. And something that you may get triggered on that gives you like the perfect euphoria tingles may send somebody else cringing, running down the street screaming. Did you get the tingles? Were you just completely weirded out? Was this like the weirdest video that you've ever seen? Do you have any questions? Be sure to ask me down below in the comment section and I'll be sure to get back to you. As always, thank you for watching. This was my first vlog. And follow me for more content and more stuff if you like me at all. Bye. Have a great day.